tools you'll need. Here's a wrench to take the drain plug loose. Here's a filter wrench. Here's a new filter. Here's the oil. And then there's a drain pan already under the truck. Before you drain the oil in your vehicle, you should run it a little bit to warm the oil up and it'll drain easier. And then take the oil cap loose off the filler neck. That way the air gets more air in there and lets the oil drain. First we'll take off the oil plug and let the oil drain. Here's the oil pan plug, and I've already broke it loose, so it's already loose. You can take it loose with your fingers. Be careful, if you've run the vehicle, the oil will probably be hot. And try not to drop the plug in there. Get it out later. Alright, next we're going to take the oil filter off. Some vehicles it's hard to get to, so it might take a while to take off. Be careful with this too, it'll probably be hot. Set it there and let it drain. And we'll let the oil drain out of the motor. We'll come back in a few minutes, put the plug back in. Okay, before we put the oil filter back on, gotta fill it with oil. And then wipe a little bit on the O-ring. And before we put the filter back on, make sure the old O-ring came off with the old filter. Alright, we're going to put the oil filter back on. When you're putting it on, make sure that it goes on by hand. And it shouldn't be too hard. If it's hard to put on, that means the threads are probably crossed. Get it about hand tight, and then we'll turn it about a quarter of a turn with the filter wrench. Alright, we're going to put the plug back in. Should be able to put it in with your hand. And we'll tighten it down pretty snug with the wrench. Now that we've got the plug in, we're going to fill the motor with oil. Probably ought to use a funnel on most cars. And if you look in the owner's manual, it'll tell you what type of oil and how much. And this one's 5W30 and 7 quarts. Once you have all the oil in the truck, you start it up and check for leaks, and then check your oil pressure, make sure you have oil pressure, and that's how you change your oil.